Have you ever stood up from a chair or gotten out of bed only to feel your world spin for a brief, unsettling moment? For many people over the age of 70, dizziness isn't just a passing annoyance. It's a persistent issue that can interfere with daily life, reduce confidence, and even lead to serious falls. While it's easy to assume that these dizzy spells are just another part of aging, the truth might surprise you. A growing body of research shows that what you eat, and what you don't eat, can have a direct impact on how steady and balanced you feel every day. In fact, certain nutrient deficiencies and hydration habits could be silently contributing to that lightheaded feeling you sometimes get while walking, turning your head, or even standing still. The good news? Doctors and health experts have uncovered key dietary changes that can naturally reduce dizziness and help seniors feel more stable and energized. These aren't complicated medical treatments or expensive therapies. They're simple lifestyle tweaks, easy adjustments to your meals and routines that can make a powerful difference in how you move through your day. Whether it's boosting circulation, supporting nerve health, or ensuring your brain gets the oxygen it needs, the right nutrition can play a huge role in preventing those wobbly moments that catch you off guard. In this video, we'll walk through 5 of the most important dietary and hydration habits that every senior should know about, especially if you've been dealing with unexplained dizziness or balance issues. From minerals your body might be craving to hydration techniques that go beyond just drinking water, each of these strategies is backed by science and real-life success stories. And don't worry, these aren't drastic changes. Many of them involve simply adding a few nutrient-rich foods to your plate, or being more mindful about the fluids you consume. If you've ever experienced that uncomfortable moment of feeling lightheaded while reaching for something on a shelf, or that brief wave of disorientation when you stand up too quickly, this information is especially important for you. These subtle symptoms could be your body's way of signaling a need for better nutritional support, and it's never too late to respond. By making small, intentional choices, you can help protect your balance, improve your energy levels, and reduce the risk of falls and injuries. Stay with me until the end, because the final tip we'll discuss is one that many people completely overlook, yet it could be the single most important habit for keeping dizziness away. Let's explore these 5 powerful ways to stay steady on your feet, sharpen your mind, and confident in your daily movements. You deserve to move through life with strength and stability, and it all starts with the right choices, beginning today. 1. Increase magnesium-rich foods. As we age, our bodies go through numerous changes, and one of the most common yet underappreciated issues that older adults face is dizziness. It can strike unexpectedly when you stand up from a chair, get out of bed, or even turn your head too quickly. While many seniors assume this lightheadedness is just a normal part of aging, research shows it's often linked to something that's completely manageable: a lack of magnesium. Magnesium is an essential mineral that plays a vital role in maintaining proper blood pressure, supporting nerve and muscle function, and ensuring healthy blood flow throughout the body. When magnesium levels are too low, the body struggles to circulate oxygen-rich blood to the brain efficiently, and that's when those dizzy spells begin to appear. Magnesium deficiency is more common in seniors than many people realize. As we get older, our bodies naturally absorb less magnesium from the foods we eat. On top of that, a diet filled with processed foods, too much caffeine, or certain medications like diuretics or antacids can further drain the body's magnesium supply. When that happens, blood vessels may constrict, nerves become less responsive, and muscles weaken, creating the perfect storm for sudden dizziness, muscle cramps, fatigue, or even irregular heartbeats. What might seem like a random moment of disorientation could actually be your body's way of telling you that it's not getting the minerals it needs to function properly. Fortunately, increasing your magnesium intake is both simple and effective. Many everyday foods are rich in this powerful mineral, and just adding a few of them to your regular meals can bring noticeable improvements. Some of the best natural sources of magnesium include dark leafy greens like spinach and kale, nuts and seeds such as almonds and pumpkin seeds, legumes, whole grains, avocados, bananas, and even dark chocolate. These foods not only support better circulation but also help regulate nerve signals, muscle coordination, and blood sugar levels, making them incredibly beneficial for seniors. Let's consider an example. George, a 74-year-old retiree, used to brush off his dizzy spells as just getting older. But after nearly losing his balance during a walk, he visited his doctor and discovered that his magnesium levels were significantly below normal. After making a few dietary changes, like eating oatmeal with almonds in the morning and adding steamed spinach to his dinner, he noticed a significant difference. Within just a few weeks, he felt more stable, had more energy, and the dizziness that once interrupted his day became a rare occurrence. For those who find it challenging to consume enough magnesium through food alone, mineral water containing natural magnesium or a doctor-approved supplement can help fill the gap. However, it's important to consult a healthcare provider before starting any new supplement, especially if you're already on medications or managing chronic conditions. The key is consistency, ensuring that your body receives a steady, daily supply of magnesium to support its critical functions. Ultimately, magnesium is more than just a mineral. It's a powerful ally in your quest for better balance, sharper thinking, and fewer dizzy spells. It's a small nutritional change that can lead to a big improvement in your quality of life. So the next time you're planning your meals, think of them as an opportunity to fuel your body with the support it needs. A handful of nuts, a fresh salad, or a banana smoothie could be the simple solution to feeling steadier, stronger, and more in control as you go about your day. 2. Add potassium-rich foods to your daily diet. For many older adults, occasional dizziness becomes a frustrating and sometimes frightening part of everyday life. It may come on suddenly, when standing up from a chair, getting out of bed in the morning, or reaching up to grab something off a high shelf. While this feeling of lightheadedness or imbalance is often brushed off as a normal part of aging, there's one often overlooked nutrient that could be playing a major role: potassium. Potassium is a crucial mineral that helps regulate blood pressure, supports nerve and muscle function, and maintains proper fluid balance in the body. When potassium levels drop too low, it can lead to symptoms like fatigue, muscle weakness, irregular heart rhythms, and yes, dizziness. Fortunately, this is one issue that can often be corrected through simple, mindful changes in your diet. Potassium plays an essential role in how your body manages fluid and electrolyte balance, both of which directly affect how well your heart and brain function. Without enough potassium, your blood pressure can fluctuate more easily, and your body may struggle to send oxygen-rich blood to the brain. This makes it more likely to feel dizzy, especially after sudden movements or during long periods of standing. Many seniors don't realize that they may not be getting enough potassium either because they're not eating enough potassium-rich foods, or because medications like diuretics, blood pressure drugs, or certain laxatives are depleting their body's potassium stores. Additionally, poor hydration and diets high in sodium can cause potassium to be excreted more rapidly, throwing off the body's delicate balance. The good news is that adding more potassium to your daily diet is easier than you might think. Some of the most potassium-rich foods are already common staples that can be worked into meals throughout the day. Bananas are a popular go-to, but there's also a wealth of other great sources: oranges, cantaloupe, apricots, potatoes, sweet potatoes, spinach, beans, lentils, tomatoes, and yogurt, just to name a few. Even adding a single serving of these foods per day can help boost potassium levels and contribute to more stable blood pressure and improved circulation, two of the most important factors in preventing dizziness. Let's take a look at Evelyn's story. At 78 years old, Evelyn had begun to feel dizzy almost every time she stood up too quickly. She assumed this was just something that came with getting older, until one day she nearly fell while reaching for a cup in her kitchen cabinet. After a checkup, her doctor discovered that her potassium levels were lower than ideal. Following her doctor's advice, Evelyn began incorporating a banana into her breakfast routine and adding spinach or beans to her lunch and dinner. Within a few short weeks, the difference was noticeable. Her dizzy spells became less frequent, she felt more stable on her feet, and her energy levels improved throughout the day. It's important to note that while potassium is beneficial, it must be balanced. Too much potassium can be harmful, especially for individuals with kidney problems. That's why it's always wise to speak with a healthcare provider before making dramatic dietary changes or starting a supplement. However, for most older adults, gradually increasing potassium-rich foods in everyday meals is a safe and natural way to support overall health and reduce the risk of dizziness. In the end, it's clear that potassium is far more than just a buzzword on a nutrition label. It's a vital mineral that affects how your body functions at every level, from your heart to your muscles to your brain. By making a conscious effort to include more potassium-rich foods in your diet, you can take an active step toward better balance, improved circulation, and greater confidence in your movements each day. It's a small change with big benefits, because steady footing starts with smart nutrition. 3. Supplement with omega-3 fatty acids. As people age, feelings of dizziness or lightheadedness can become increasingly common and disruptive. These sensations may appear during daily activities, walking, bending over, or even turning the head too quickly. While there are many possible causes of dizziness in older adults, one factor often overlooked is inflammation and its impact on blood flow to the brain. In this context, omega-3 fatty acids, often hailed as heart-healthy nutrients, emerge as a natural ally in combating these unsettling symptoms. Omega-3s are essential fats that support a wide range of bodily functions, including reducing inflammation, promoting cardiovascular health, and improving circulation. These effects are closely linked to preventing the kind of dizziness and unsteadiness that often plague older adults. Dizziness is frequently related to poor blood flow or irregularities in the cardiovascular system. When the brain doesn't receive enough oxygen-rich blood, even for a moment, it can result in feelings of vertigo or imbalance. Omega-3 fatty acids, particularly EPA, eicosapentaenoic acid, and DHA, docosahexaenoic acid, have been found to help regulate blood pressure, prevent clotting, and support healthy arteries, key factors in ensuring steady circulation to the brain. Additionally, these fatty acids have neuroprotective properties that help maintain the integrity of nerve cells and improve communication between them. This combination of cardiovascular and neurological benefits makes omega-3s a powerful tool for reducing the frequency and severity of dizziness. The best-known sources of omega-3 fatty acids are fatty fish such as salmon, mackerel, sardines, and trout. These fish are rich in EPA and DHA, the most bioavailable forms of omega-3s. For individuals who don't enjoy fish or prefer plant-based sources, flax seeds, chia seeds, walnuts, and hemp seeds offer alpha-linolenic acid, ALA, which the body can partially convert to EPA and DHA. While the conversion rate is not high, consuming these seeds regularly can still offer meaningful health benefits. Fish oil supplements or algae-based omega-3 supplements are also excellent options, particularly for seniors with dietary restrictions or low fish intake. Consider the story of George, a 74-year-old retired teacher who began experiencing dizziness while gardening and walking his dog. His doctor ruled out serious inner ear or heart issues but noticed that his diet lacked healthy fats, particularly omega-3s. George was advised to start eating salmon twice a week and to take a high-quality fish oil supplement daily. Within a month, George reported that his dizzy spells had decreased significantly. He also noticed improvements in his mental clarity and joint stiffness, additional bonuses linked to omega-3 intake. Stories like George's are not uncommon and highlight the role that dietary fats play in overall balance and stability. It's worth noting that consistency is key when it comes to omega-3s. Their benefits don't appear overnight but rather build up gradually over weeks or months. That's why it's important for older adults to incorporate omega-3 rich foods or supplements into their routine regularly. When combined with other healthy lifestyle choices like staying hydrated, getting regular physical activity, and avoiding excessive salt, omega-3s can significantly reduce dizziness and improve quality of life. While omega-3s are generally safe and well tolerated, individuals taking blood-thinning medications should consult a healthcare provider before beginning supplementation, as omega-3s can have a mild blood-thinning effect. Still, for most people, the benefits far outweigh any potential concerns. Including these healthy fats in the daily diet offers a simple, natural, and effective way to support brain and heart health, both of which are vital in preventing dizziness as we age. In short, omega-3 fatty acids are more than just another nutritional trend. They're an essential part of a balanced diet for aging adults. By improving circulation, reducing inflammation, and supporting the nervous system, omega-3s help keep both body and mind steady. So, the next time dizziness threatens your peace of mind, consider reaching for a serving of salmon or a spoonful of flax seeds. It could make a world of difference. Drink enough water and replenish electrolytes. Dizziness is a troubling and often disorienting issue for many older adults, sometimes causing feelings of lightheadedness, instability, or even brief moments of faintness. While there can be various underlying causes, one of the most common and easily overlooked contributors is dehydration. As we age, our sense of thirst diminishes, making it easier to forget to drink water regularly. On top of that, many seniors take medications like diuretics or blood pressure pills that increase fluid loss. This creates a perfect storm for dehydration, which can significantly reduce blood volume and impair circulation to the brain, leading to dizziness. Staying properly hydrated, along with ensuring the body has enough electrolytes, is one of the most effective and natural ways to prevent these episodes and maintain steady physical balance. Water plays a vital role in keeping the body functioning smoothly. It helps transport nutrients, regulate body temperature, and maintain blood pressure. When the body lacks water, blood becomes thicker and harder to circulate, particularly to the brain. Even mild dehydration can cause a drop in blood pressure when standing up, known as orthostatic hypotension, which is a common reason why older adults feel dizzy or faint. Replenishing the body's water supply consistently throughout the day ensures the cardiovascular system has enough fluid to maintain steady circulation, especially during physical movement. However, hydration isn't just about drinking water, it's also about maintaining a healthy balance of electrolytes, which are essential minerals like sodium, potassium, magnesium, and calcium. These minerals help regulate nerve and muscle function, including the tiny muscles and signals that help us maintain balance. When we sweat, urinate, or experience fluid loss due to medications or illness, we also lose these electrolytes. If they're not replaced, the body can experience symptoms like muscle weakness, irregular heartbeat, fatigue, and, yes, dizziness. Consider Mary, a 78-year-old woman who began experiencing dizzy spells after gardening in the sun. Despite drinking water throughout the day, she still felt off balance and tired. Her doctor suggested that she add a pinch of sea salt to her water or occasionally sip an electrolyte drink like coconut water or an electrolyte powder mix, especially on hot days or after sweating. Within a few weeks, Mary noticed a significant improvement. She not only felt more energetic but also steadier on her feet, and her dizziness became far less frequent. Simple changes can make a big difference. Older adults should aim to drink small amounts of water regularly throughout the day, rather than large amounts all at once, to avoid overburdening the kidneys and to maintain a steady hydration level. Eating water-rich foods like cucumbers, melons, oranges, and soups can also help. For electrolytes, a balanced diet that includes bananas for potassium, leafy greens for magnesium, dairy or fortified plant milk for calcium, and lightly salted foods can support optimal levels. In certain cases, an electrolyte supplement can be a helpful addition, especially if one is experiencing excessive sweating, has been ill, or is taking medications that deplete minerals. It's important to remember that both underhydration and overhydration can pose risks, particularly for those with kidney or heart conditions. That's why finding the right balance is key and often individualized. If dizziness is a regular issue, consulting a healthcare provider to evaluate hydration status, diet, and medication interactions is a smart first step. In summary, staying well hydrated and maintaining a healthy balance of electrolytes is a simple, cost-effective, and powerful habit to help reduce dizziness in older adults. It improves circulation, supports nerve function, and promotes physical and mental clarity. While it might seem like a small adjustment, ensuring adequate fluid and mineral intake can be one of the most impactful steps towards stability, safety, and overall well-being in the later years of life. 5. Boost vitamin B12. Dizziness can be an alarming and exhausting symptom, especially for older adults. Among the many possible causes, a deficiency in vitamin B12 is one that's frequently overlooked, but incredibly important. Vitamin B12, also known as cobalamin, plays a crucial role in maintaining the health of the nervous system and producing red blood cells. Without enough B12, nerve signals may become weak or disrupted, and the brain may not receive enough oxygen-rich blood. This can result in a variety of symptoms, including fatigue, confusion, balance problems, and, notably, dizziness. For many seniors, increasing vitamin B12 intake can be a simple yet powerful way to regain clarity, stability, and energy in daily life. As we age, our ability to absorb vitamin B12 from food naturally declines. This is because older adults often produce less stomach acid, which is essential for releasing B12 from food sources like meat, eggs, and dairy. In addition, certain medications commonly prescribed for older individuals, such as proton pump inhibitors for acid reflux or metformin for diabetes, can further reduce B12 absorption. Over time, this slow depletion can lead to a deficiency, even in people who believe they are eating a balanced diet. Since the symptoms of B12 deficiency often appear gradually, many people don't recognize the issue until it begins affecting their mobility and mental alertness. A lack of vitamin B12 directly impacts the nervous system. This vitamin is essential for producing the protective coating, myelin, around nerves, allowing signals to travel smoothly throughout the body. When B12 is low, the nervous system becomes sluggish and disoriented, sometimes leading to sensations of spinning, unsteadiness, or a swaying feeling when walking. These neurological effects are especially dangerous in older adults, who may already be at higher risk of falls or injuries. Additionally, B12 is necessary for the production of healthy red blood cells. Without enough of them, the body can't carry sufficient oxygen to the brain, which can also trigger lightheadedness or dizziness. Let's take the example of Thomas, a 72-year-old man who began experiencing frequent dizzy spells and brain fog. His doctor conducted a blood test and found that his B12 levels were far below optimal. After starting a regimen of weekly B12 injections and adding B12, fortified foods like nutritional yeast and plant-based milk into his diet, Thomas began to notice a difference within weeks. His balance improved, his mental clarity returned, and the dizzy spells nearly vanished. His experience illustrates how impactful B12 can be for maintaining cognitive and physical stability in older age. To prevent or treat B12 deficiency, older adults can take several steps. First, it's important to include B12-rich foods in the diet, such as beef liver, salmon, sardines, tuna, eggs, and dairy products. For vegetarians or those who don't consume much animal-based food, fortified cereals and plant-based milks are excellent alternatives. In many cases, though, diet alone is not enough, and supplements become necessary. B12 can be taken orally, as sublingual tablets, or through injections, depending on the level of deficiency and individual health needs. It's generally considered safe, even at high doses, as any excess is typically excreted by the body. Routine blood tests can help monitor B12 levels, especially for those at risk. If an older adult is feeling dizzy frequently, checking their B12 status should be part of the health assessment. When corrected early, a deficiency can be fully reversed, and symptoms like dizziness can fade significantly. In conclusion, vitamin B12 is a foundational nutrient that supports both neurological function and blood health. Ensuring adequate levels can help reduce dizziness, boost energy, and sharpen focus, making a noticeable difference in quality of life for older adults. A small boost in B12 might just be the missing link to restoring both mental clarity and physical stability in later years. 6. Eat enough protein every day to prevent low blood pressure-related dizziness. One of the lesser-known but highly impactful causes of dizziness in older adults is low blood pressure, often referred to as hypotension. While people commonly associate high blood pressure with health risks, having blood pressure that is too low can also be dangerous, especially when it leads to dizziness, weakness, and an increased risk of falls. One effective yet often overlooked way to support healthy blood pressure levels and prevent these symptoms is by consuming enough protein daily. Protein does much more than just support muscle health. It also plays a significant role in maintaining blood volume, supporting cardiovascular function, and helping the body respond appropriately to changes in posture and activity levels. As we age, our nutritional needs evolve, and protein becomes particularly important. Older adults are at a greater risk for muscle loss, sarcopenia, slower recovery from illness, and changes in metabolism, all of which can affect overall circulation and energy levels. When protein intake is insufficient, the body struggles to maintain healthy blood volume and vascular tone. This can cause blood pressure to drop too low, especially after standing up suddenly or after meals, leading to dizziness or even fainting episodes. This condition, known as postprandial hypotension or orthostatic hypotension, is common in the elderly and can seriously impact independence and safety. Eating enough protein can help stabilize blood pressure by supporting the production of albumin, a protein in the blood that helps maintain fluid balance and blood volume. When albumin levels are adequate, fluids stay within the blood vessels rather than leaking into surrounding tissues. This helps ensure the brain receives a consistent supply of oxygenated blood, reducing the chances of feeling lightheaded or unsteady. Furthermore, consuming protein with meals helps slow down the absorption of carbohydrates, preventing sharp insulin spikes and drops in blood pressure that often follow high-carb, low-protein meals. Consider Helen, a 76-year-old woman who began feeling dizzy frequently after meals and in the mornings. After a thorough checkup, her doctor noted that her protein intake was extremely low, just a small piece of toast and tea for breakfast, and light meals throughout the day. With the help of a nutritionist, Helen gradually increased her daily protein intake by incorporating eggs, yogurt, chicken, beans, and tofu into her meals. Within weeks, her symptoms of dizziness began to ease. She felt more energized, steadier on her feet, and was able to enjoy her daily walks again without fear of losing her balance. To support healthy blood pressure and reduce dizziness, older adults should aim to consume 1.0 to 1.2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight each day, unless otherwise advised by a healthcare provider. Good sources of protein include lean meats like chicken and turkey, fish, eggs, dairy products like Greek yogurt and cottage cheese, as well as plant-based options like lentils, chickpeas, tofu, tempeh, and quinoa. Spreading protein intake evenly across meals, rather than eating it all at dinner, is particularly helpful for older adults in maintaining muscle strength and stabilizing energy throughout the day. It's also essential to stay hydrated when increasing protein intake, as the body requires more water to process protein effectively. Pairing protein with other nutrients like potassium, magnesium, and complex carbohydrates can further enhance blood pressure stability and promote overall cardiovascular health. In conclusion, getting enough protein is about far more than maintaining muscle. It's a crucial step towards stabilizing blood pressure, especially in older adults. By preventing the dips that cause dizziness, daily protein intake can contribute to a greater sense of balance, energy, and well-being. For those experiencing unsteadiness or fatigue, revisiting their protein intake could be a simple, natural, and highly effective solution. 7. Reduce caffeine and alcohol intake to prevent dizziness caused by dehydration and blood pressure fluctuations. As people age, their bodies become more sensitive to substances that once seemed harmless, caffeine and alcohol being two prime examples. While an occasional cup of coffee or a glass of wine might seem like a small indulgence, excessive consumption of these substances can significantly affect hydration levels and blood pressure stability, leading to symptoms like dizziness, lightheadedness, and even falls in older adults. Reducing the intake of both caffeine and alcohol is a simple yet powerful step toward maintaining balance and energy throughout the day. Let's start with caffeine, a stimulant found in coffee, tea, chocolate, and many soft drinks. Caffeine acts by narrowing blood vessels and stimulating the heart to beat faster, which can temporarily raise blood pressure. However, this spike is often followed by a drop in blood pressure, especially in those who are already prone to hypotension. This can lead to sensations of dizziness or instability, particularly when standing up quickly or after periods of inactivity. Furthermore, caffeine is a diuretic, meaning it encourages the body to excrete more fluids through urine. In older adults who already tend to drink less water, this can lead to mild dehydration without them even realizing it. Dehydration is one of the most common and easily overlooked causes of dizziness in seniors. It reduces blood volume, making it harder for the heart to pump enough blood to the brain, especially during posture changes like standing up. This can cause orthostatic hypotension, a condition where blood pressure drops suddenly when moving from sitting to standing. People may feel faint, off balance, or even experience blackouts. For older adults who are already at higher risk of falls and injuries, this is a dangerous situation that can often be avoided by simply cutting back on caffeine and drinking more water instead. Alcohol poses similar challenges. Though often consumed in social settings, alcohol is a depressant that interferes with the nervous system, weakens reflexes, and impairs balance. Even small amounts of alcohol can lower blood pressure by dilating blood vessels, which can contribute to dizziness, especially when consumed on an empty stomach or in hot weather. Like caffeine, alcohol is also a diuretic, and the fluid loss it causes can worsen dehydration, compounding the risk of lightheadedness and fatigue. Additionally, regular alcohol intake can impair the body's ability to regulate blood sugar, which further contributes to feelings of weakness and dizziness. Consider the story of Tom, a 70-year-old man who frequently felt dizzy in the mornings and during his afternoon walks. At first, he assumed it was just part of aging, but after consulting a doctor, he learned that his daily routine, which included 3 cups of strong coffee and a nightly glass of wine, was likely contributing to his symptoms. After gradually cutting back his caffeine to 1 morning cup and limiting alcohol to once a week, Tom began to notice a remarkable improvement. His energy levels stabilized, his dizziness subsided, and he felt safer and more confident doing his daily activities. To protect against dizziness and maintain better hydration, older adults should limit caffeine to no more than 1 to 2 cups of coffee or tea per day and avoid consuming it in the late afternoon or evening. When it comes to alcohol, moderation is key, ideally no more than 1 standard drink per day, and not every day. It's also important to drink plenty of water throughout the day, especially before and after caffeine or alcohol consumption. For added hydration support, consider drinks with electrolytes such as coconut water or low-sugar sports beverages. In summary, managing your intake of caffeine and alcohol is a simple, effective strategy to protect your balance, hydration, and overall cardiovascular health. Small changes in these habits can go a long way in preventing dizziness and promoting a safer, more energetic lifestyle, especially as we grow older. Old age is not just a time to rest, but an opportunity to take better care of yourself, maintain your health and alertness. Small changes in diet and lifestyle can help seniors reduce problems such as dizziness, loss of balance, and improve their quality of life. One of the important things is to add magnesium to the diet. Magnesium helps stabilize blood pressure, improve blood circulation, and support nerve function. Foods such as spinach, bananas, and pumpkin seeds are excellent sources of magnesium, which helps reduce dizziness and supports the body's long-term health. Equally important, potassium is essential for maintaining stable blood pressure and fluid balance in the body. Sweet potatoes, oranges, and green leafy vegetables are foods rich in potassium, which helps prevent dizziness and fatigue. Along with that, omega-3 from salmon, mackerel, or flaxseed plays an important role in increasing blood circulation to the brain and reducing inflammation. They help improve memory, reduce nerve-related problems, especially important for the elderly. Don't forget to drink enough water and replenish electrolytes. Dehydration and electrolyte imbalance are common causes of dizziness and low blood pressure. Supplementing with coconut water, juicy fruits like watermelon and oranges will help the body maintain the necessary balance. Finally, vitamin B12 is very important in maintaining nerve health and red blood cell production. Foods like eggs, fish, and milk are great sources of vitamin B12, helping you stay alert and full of energy. Start making changes today by adding these foods to your daily meals and taking better care of your body. Together, create a healthy, active, and happy life even as you age. Take action now to feel the difference. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.